adding a patient. You'll see on the left-hand side, there'll always be a box for patients, add patient, supplements, ask the doctor. So to add a new patient, just click on Add Patient, and the Add Patient screen will pop up. Then you'll fill in the patient's information. In this particular case, the patient's name is Ann Ames. So we would fill in the email, her address, her phone number, the weight that she wants to be, and her activity level, which will either be sedentary, moderate, or active for a construction worker or an athlete. So what we're going to do is we're going to fill in all that information, and once that information is basically filled in and complete, we're going to click on the Add Patient button. And we wait to see if the patient will be added into the program. And as we're basically waiting, there we go. The patient's added into the program. So now what you're going to do is go back and click on Patients, and you're going to see all your patients come back up, and you're going to see that we had entered Ann Ames into the program. You'll now see that Ann Ames is now in the My Patients list. Click on Ann Ames, and the next screen will pop up. And you'll be directed to test for Ann Ames. Now obviously the patient is new, so we have no test at this particular point. If you look to your right, you'll see all the information on Ann Ames and what her weight is, her activity levels, and what you want to do is always click on Update Patient, because it's going to give us valuable information as to exactly how many calories, how much fat, how much protein the patient's going to be taking in. Now what we want to do then is go back to the left and click on Add New Test. And as we click on Add New Test, you'll have a screen pop up with all the different tests. And if you're not sure of what each test means, you can just click on it. Now this is an educational tool as well as basically a way for you to analyze a blood chemistry analysis for a patient. And you'll see across the top, if we need to edit the test somewhere down the line, we can do that. If you want to specifically look at certain portions of the test results for gland and organ, you can click on that. So if you just want dietary information, you would click on metabolic. If you want to know anything about the supplements, you would click on supplements. Same thing with view test report, which is what we're in right now. So the view test report, we have all the different tests that we run through the CIMA system. Now, it's very vital and important that when you run this program, you utilize all the tests that I recommend. Any tests that are missing are not going to really account for much, and they're basically going to skew the results. So when you're adding the results in, for example, glucose, what you would do is put in 100, hit tab, and then go right next to uric acid. Uric acid would be 5.5. Now, if let's say BUN you didn't have, so we don't want to make this test positive or negative, so we want to zero it out. So the range is between 5 and 26. So we're going to put it at 15. So it's not going to either be positive or negative, but it'll be factored in. Because if we leave out a lot of tests, it won't even compute the program. So what you want to do is enter all the different test results. Now, this is for Ann, so therefore we're going to go all the way down, enter all the results, and you can see all the way down to the female hormones. Now, depending on what phase of her menstrual cycle she was in, that's the area where we would put the result in. So if she was in the follicular phase, we would enter the result right there. And all the way down for the follicular phase with progesterone, estrogen, luteinizing hormone, follicle stimulating hormone, all the way down. Now, you'll see all the male hormones. Now, if you want to add the test in yourself, it won't be figured into my program, but you can do that just for your own benefit. And the reason why I won't be added into my program, because we're not exactly sure how it fits into specifically what you're looking for, but you can enter it, and you can put in your values as far as your highs and your lows. Now, once you fill in all the information, which we're going to do on Ann Ames in a second, and rather than bore you with just putting all the information in, we'll fill in the information. And once all the information is filled in, at the very bottom, you're going to see Add Test. When you click on Add Test, what will happen is that all the results that you put in will populate into my program and give you the results that you're looking for. So in a second, I'll add in all the information, and I'll get right back to you. Now you can see that we added all the information on Ann Ames, all the way down to the very, very bottom. And so what we're going to do now is to take all the information and click on Add Test, and all the information that we just populated into the program will give us all the results that we're looking for. In the next 2 tutorials, we'll discuss exactly what's going on. Now you can see that all the information has been populated into the program. So what we're going to do is click on View Test Report, and all the information that we now entered will be given to us in graph form and all kinds of statistics and information that we're going to utilize to help improve the health of this patient. So in the next 2 tutorials, we're going to be going over the doctor's report, what it means, and the patient report as well.